So away we go. A laboured start that time round, but once again, it's going to be the 555. Mark Smith and Darren Prentice is going to argue about the front running as they head down into the Ash Caddy turn. In fact, they just go to the brakes fractionally later and manage to hold on to the front running as they head back over the canal bank, and we'll see them at the West Bank turn. It is the 555 in the front, and already quite an advantage over the 244, which is Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. Jim, as I mentioned before, is the father of Charlie Bilby. Charlie Bilby, a fixture in the classic sidecar racing as well, normally seen off the side of the all-conquering Motor Guzzi of John Blamires out of Wanganui. Charlie's a fireman down there in Wanganui for his day job. And his dad's got the classic bug as well, and they're currently sitting in, let me think, second place at the moment, behind the 555 of Smith and Prentice. So they've cleared away as much as they did in the first race on the Triumph. And then there's a little bit of a scrap starting to develop here between Carl Burns and Veronica Polkingham from Whangarei on the Yamaha. And Pete Dowman, Brian Greenlee's also Yamaha mounted from Wanganui, and also the 244 of Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. So Dowman and Greenlee's right on the back guard now of Bilby and Roberts, should I say Dowman and Aldred Roberts. 650 just down in front of us here. That's Carl Burns and Veronica Polkingham. That was the one I was talking about before, the Black Swan Racing team on the XS 650 powered sidecar. Meantime, the race leaders head down past the shop windows once again. No stopping the boys in the front. And that is Mark Smith and Dan Prentice. Then it's Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. And then it is Pete Dowman and Brian Greenlees. And then we go back to the 241, and that's Aldred Roberts and Michael Dowman. So the Dowman brothers battling it out as they always do, normally on the Supermoto machines, now on the classic sidecars. So race leaders go through, and out of the Suzuki S's, Mark Smith and Dan Prentice just about come to a halt as they work their way through the left, and then the right combination, Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. But because the track's quite narrow there, it means that Pete Dowman and Brian Greenlees can't pass them. And they have to wait until they get a little bit of flat track, if you like, or straight track, so they can get the acceleration working on the Yamaha to get around them. Hasn't happened yet. Fastest rig on the track at the moment, just over the 1 minute mark, 1:00.361 for Mark Smith and Darren Prentice. This is as close as you like. Now let's see what happens this time. Diving to the inside is Pete Dowman and Brian Greenlees. Do they make the pass stick? Yes, they do. Now can the 244 come back? It's Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. Over the top they come. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like Dowman and Greenlees has got a slight advantage as they go through the Suzuki S's once again, and that's only going to increase because going through there a little bit slower with Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby. Next on the money is the number 241, and that's Harold Roberts and Mike Dowman, also from Convulsion. They're part of the PFP Fertilisers team. They're on another Triumph. This one is 650. Leader out on the front on an 883 cc Triumph. That's a Rob Walker spray painters Worth Tunnel Tyres sponsored machine. Then it's the Yamaha XS 650, although that's a 750cc machine engine in that one, power in that. And then we go back to the 244, and that's another Triumph 820. First part of the PFP Fertilisers team, and the second part is the 241, and that's a 650 Triumph. Classic sidecars, when you think about it, back in the day, back in the 60s and 70s, these were the F1 sidecars. These were as good as they got. We've come a long way since then. We were talking up here before about how much a person, say, in their 90s have seen in their lifetime. It's a huge amount. They've seen a man go to the moon. They've seen a woman prime minister elected in this country. They've seen pounds, shillings and pence turn to dollars and cents. They've seen quite a lot in their lifetime. And the word is that technology means that things are speeding up, and for people that were, say, born today and living in those years, in the next 90 years are going to see twice as much again, such is the speed of technology, which has really got nothing to do with classic sidecars. The speed of the classic sidecars being held at the moment by Mark Smith and Dan Prentice. And they're just going down the back straight for the last time. They're heading to the checkered flag, and that'll make it a clean sweep for them. You've got to admire the athletic ability of the swingers on these rigs. Both the modern ones and the old ones, they really do hang it all out. Have a look as they work their way through the hairpin. You're not going to get a chance to see the race winners work their way through the hairpin because they're already through and completed another race. So this is looking good for the overall for Mark Smith and Dan Prentice, 2 out of 2. And good for Darren as well, because I know that he's got ambitions to head back to the Isle of Man a little bit later in 2018. Hand slaps all round for the second place getters. That's Pete Dowman and Brian Greenlees out of Wanganui. And in third place it will be the number 244 of Bruce Roberts and Jim Bilby, also out of Wanganui, or Kimbolton, on the Triumph. Checkered flag waves for the next to them, and that'll be Darren Pate and Lynn Herring. Then it'll be Eldred Roberts and Michael Dowman, second of the PFP Fertiliser Triumphs. And then it'll be Les Sargent and Sam Hitchin from Fielding on the Sargent Bike Parts BMW. Behind them, Carl Burns and Veronica, Ronnie to her friends. Polkinghome on the Yamaha, and behind them it'll be Dave Black and Jim Taylor to round out the full field on the Triumph Vulnerable 750, the JWT Builders Unit Painting Company Eastweld Engineering sponsored rig. That's how they finish in the box.